Okay, so
Welcome.
that's better.
I think it starts with welcome. I think that's how it starts.
All right, well, we'll do every other word.
Welcome to Pop Culture Roulette for all your pop culture needs. We're America's podcast. All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm Nicholas. I'm joined by professional gym rat Jeremy Jordan.
Never went inside a gym a day in my life.
And we're also joined by amateur bird watcher Justin.
What? You watch birds now, Justin?
Just the predatorial ones.
And only on an amateur basis.
Yes. Like when I'm driving or walking down the road, I'm like, look, a bird.
What makes you a professional bird watcher? What separates you?
I don't know, but
I got 60 years of my life.
I got a Snapchat of a hawk on a cross yesterday, and that's all it took for me to be like, "Yep, professional bird or amateur bird watcher."
Nice.
I'll send that picture to you, Jeremy, quick, so you can see it.
And solely because you are now giving tours of your gym, you are now a professional gym rat.
I'll take it. I've been labeled much worse, so I'll take it.
All right. I sent you a picture that I sent him, Jeremy, so you know what he's talking about.
I'll check it out. I too snap photos in parks, but people think I'm taking pictures of birds. It isn't always the case.
How do I leave this meeting?
I feel like I haven't made one of those jokes in a while, so.
All right. Well,
Sure.
pedophile jokes aside,
oh, you know what? Also, I feel like I should clear up from my episode when we made the joke about pedophile parade being the title of the episode or show. We should clarify that was because we were actually talking about AGT. That was the context.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just so people don't be like, why did that come up out of nowhere?
Well, don't worry. I've made notes on we all right, to our fans out there, all three of you.
Mm-hmm.
We will get to the AGT coverage.
Oh yes.
And we're probably just gonna bring you one like supercut episode of all of the auditions, like
an AGT extravaganza, if you will.
Before and then we'll give more of an in-depth breakdown on each of the live episodes. But don't worry, I've definitely made a couple of notes about the pedophile parade that. So we'll get there. I completely forget. All right, so this is in reference to Media Pod Smash good old MPS episode 1. What was the last? Okay, I don't have it. What was 39? The last one? 139. You aired some clips of some old PCR. I completely forgot about our Eddie Lacy joke that we kept running for weeks.
Yeah, we love that.
The only one I could think of is Cheeseburger Eddie or Nobody Runs in His Family.
Well, that was because we were watching one of the Packer games when they would be like, I'm Eddie Lacy, I went to whatever, and like
Alabama.
Alabama, or and well, I think maybe he said his high school instead of Alabama, but and then there was a long running joke where he would just show up in the studio with I'm Eddie Lacy, I'm here for
Yeah. What are you doing here, Eddie? Get out.
This isn't even a football game. What are you doing here? I'm Eddie Lacy.
Yeah, we liked that one. That was funny.
Yeah, we ran with that joke for a while. So anyway, I saw something at the store today that was disturbing.
Okay.
I sent both of you a picture of it. I don't know if one of you looked at it. So, Jeremy, if you haven't checked your Snapchat yet recently, go ahead and check that.
Yes.
Right
I know what you're talking about. I definitely remember.
I was out of town and my phone died, so I will check it right now.
So,
did you happen to check out the rest of them? Because it was a line of them.
No, I only saw the one. and that was enough to disturb me.
God.
So
yeah.
So an ice cream company by the name of
How much not much, Justin.
Oh, thanks, buddy. It's
Van
like Van Levue,
Van Luellen Luell released a Grey Poupon flavored ice cream.
Yes, they did.
With
salted pretzel chunks.
Okay, see, I'm okay with salted pretzel chunks being an ice cream, like salted pretzels and like caramel or salted pretzels and chocolate. That's good. Like I'm for that. And I like putting Dijon mustard on brats or hot dogs, burgers, maybe a ham sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want Dijon mustard in my ice cream.
No, not at all.
No, I saw that and went, thank God I'm diabetic. I can be like, yeah, I can't try that.
This is the same type of sociopathic brain that comes up with an idea like OJ inside cereal.
What Justin said, he's still looking for us.
Go on, Jeremy.
I was just gonna say, unfortunately, I believe it was one of those limited type runs where you had to be online and snipe it. That's the kind of thing I was reading about it. People were just like up at midnight trying to get it, and I think it was one of those types of deals. But
a lot of other podcasts wanted to do taste test episodes.
Maybe. But I could tell you, working in that section of the big box retail store, that this is not the first blunder that this ice cream company has had this year.
Oh, okay. Do share. Please let us.
They've had some that were, I did take a picture of them when they come in. I don't have the old run, but I have this run. Some of them are good. They have honey cornbread with strawberry jam.
Okay. All right.
I'd give that a go. Some are peach crisp.
Okay.
I don't like peaches, but it sounds tolerable. Sounds good.
I love peaches. That sounds good.
That's peaches.
That's your Atlanta connection.
That is.
Campfire s'mores.
Okay.
Big fan of s'mores. Definitely would have tried that one. And mind you, these are all those pint size, and they're I think $4.98. Last I looked, they're about $5 a piece. They have an espresso chip.
Okay, now we're talking.
Okay, see, I'm okay with that, even though I hate coffee. But coffee flavored ice cream, whatever. That's not gross. I mean, it is to me, but not to normal people.
Right. And then obviously you've seen their Grey Poupon with salted pretzel, which is absolutely disgusting sounding. The previous run they had before this one came out, I don't remember all of them, but I remember some. There was one called Planet Earth.
I saw that one.
Which was supposed to be a green matcha tea.
Okay.
Flavored one.
That's all right. I like a good matcha tea.
The other two I remember are both of their blunders. One was pizza.
What the fuck?
Yep, it was a pizza flavored ice cream. Another one where I was like, this sounds gross. And the other blunder they had. Oh wait, let's see. Oh, go on, Jeremy.
I was just gonna say, wasn't there a PB and J one, Justin?
Not that I seen.
Okay, what was the name of that company?
It's Van Llewellyn.
Okay.
They had a bourbon cherry jubilee.
Okay,
sounds good.
Yeah.
Wild blueberry shortcake.
Okay. I mean, so far, other than the mustard one,
and the pizza.
Oh, and the pizza, right?
Royal wedding cake with some type of flour and lemon.
Ooh.
I mean,
okay.
A hot honey flavored one.
Hot honey.
Hot honey.
What makes it hot? Like it's got the kick to it? You think?
I don't know.
I would assume as much because I know when like you're like the hot honey chicken, like the Nashville hot, like so like it's probably got a little bit of a chili powder, which could be okay in an ice cream because you're getting the hot and the sweet. I mean, it's not necessarily something I'd go for, but it's something that like at least it's been done. Like that's a decent flavor combination. Like that's not trying to make a pizza into an ice cream.
Yeah.
And then I believe I saved the worst for last here.
Okay.
Kraft mac and cheese.
That's just psychotic. That's really psychotic.
Yeah, I went to the Van Llewellyn, whatever, however you pronounce it.
I think it's Van Llewellyn.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm looking at the Kraft macaroni and cheese.
But it's vegan, so it's got to be good for you.
So gross.
And they're pint size, and they're like $5 a pint, or they were last I knew.
Yeah, I mean they've got a lot of really good.
I'm not going to buy that just to try it.
No, I mean they've got a lot of really good flavors, and then they have mac and cheese and
but, like the flavors I listed off were the ones that we carried in stores here that we have access to. The rest of them, like the normal, like chocolate chip and whatever else they have, we don't sell in store here.
So if I can get my hands on some of the weird ones, should we make a video of that?
I mean,
would you try a spoonful of pizza or mac and cheese?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
I don't know if I could do that. Well, I'd say that I wouldn't do the mustard, but if it was just a spoonful, sure.
All right. The question is, do we have to swallow?
Ooh.
we all know spitters are quitters.
I usually prefer if people swallow, but if you want to spit, that's okay.
We will be judged.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess we could make that a Halloween episode with scary flavors.
Oh yeah, there we go.
If they're still out, they might have newer, worse flavors by then.
Yeah,
that is true. I mean, they could have made it worse.
Or we could buy some frozen mac and cheese from the frozen food section and let it thaw out for a while and just start going to town. It'd be probably the same experience.
I feel like that's bad. Like, why would you put mac and cheese in ice cream? I don't even know. Like,
or you could just buy some like vanilla ice cream, mac and cheese, put that cheese flavor packet in there, blend it up like shake. And there you go.
Wow. Yeah, it sounds great.
I'm out of protein powder. Just use this mac and cheese powder. Put it in there. We should sell this as ice cream.
There you go. I could understand people always just buying the first one as a novelty, but then to come back and continue to enjoy it, like there's something I want to meet that person. Like I don't trust that person that it actually enjoys those flavors.
I know you have some in your house. In fact, if I look carefully enough, it's probably on that shelf behind you. The Jones Soda, the Jones Soda Company.
Oh yes, so Jones, yeah, yep.
I know they do some really weird sodas for the holidays. Like they do their Thanksgiving pack.
Yeah,
at least they used to. I don't know if they do anymore. Where they'd have like the mashed potato soda and the green bean casserole and the turkey. I don't think they actually expected anybody to drink them. I think they were solely just for collectibles. But
yeah,
unless you're on a liquid diet, gotta drink all your meals through a smoothie. Here you go.
Yeah, right. I remember back in the day, there was a site called iMockery that did a lot of fun pop culture stuff, and they reviewed a lot of those Jones sodas. And I think the consensus on a lot was, I mean, as you would expect, they're just terrible.
Yeah,
really gross. Yeah,
yeah. They like some of them. They were like, "This is surprisingly good," but yeah, most of them they were like, "Why would you do this? This is an abomination of all things that are holy."
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any other gross ice creams I've seen. What do you think would be some bad ones if you had to make one?
Well, I mean, again, for me, like anything with coffee is bad because I just can't stand the smell or the taste of coffee. But that's just like how like I know like my wife really hates cilantro.
Yeah,
So like
it tastes like soap.
right. So you're one of the people who, for whatever reason, genetics makes you taste cilantro as soap.
Yeah.
I love cilantro. Like it does not taste like soap to me. Like it's got a really good flavor.
Clearly, you haven't had your mouth washed out with enough soap.
Oh, trust me, I have.
Jeremy, cilantro? Yay, nay.
I used to hate it, but it really grew on me after a while.
Oh.
But only in small doses. Like if I start to eat a lot at once, yeah, it's overpowering.
Well, like I'm not just like eating like sticks of cilantro by itself. I'm not just
You don't do that.
no, no, but like you
Maybe
said,
that's
like,
why I don't like it. Doing it
like
wrong.
you don't really like peach. I like peach. Now that could be that I grew up down south and we love peaches down there, but yeah, everybody has certain flavors they like or don't like. Mine happens to be coffee. You know,
Mhm.
so I mean, but it's but the I want to say Dan and Barry, but that's not right. Chuck Berry's the singer. Who's the people who make the little pint of ice creams that
Ben and Jerry.
Ben and
right?
Jerry.
Ben and Jerry? Wow,
They have way too many varieties.
right. And
Yeah.
a lot of them some of them sound really bad, but a lot of them are pretty good. But I mean,
I've
Ben
never
and
had
Jerry,
them.
Ben and Jerry doesn't get like. I mean, like I really love their pistachio, which is like pistachio ice cream
That sounds good.
with pistachios in it. Great, but I know some people who hate pistachios.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd give it a try. I
It's-
like a pistachio walnut muffin. It's so good.
oh
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
That sounds good. Yeah.
We'll just keep talking.
Can we
Let's
have
just
one?
Let's just keep talking about stuff I'm not allowed to have anymore. Great. Okay.
Especially when you just stop at the good old Quick Trip
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
maple. I know a lot of people that don't like maple items, like maple flavors.
I like maple flavor, but there is a point where it's too much. Like when you like, have you ever had those maple candies? That's like just like pure maple.
The maple goodies.
These are like they're like they're like little Canadian leaves,
Mhm.
and they're like basically like just like really pure maple sugar, like almost brown sugar compressed. It's like so sweet, like it punches you in the mouth.
I was thinking of Bitto honeys, but now I don't know what you're talking about.
Never had those before.
Bitto honeys or the maple.
No,
you
the
talked
maple
about?
thing that he's describing.
Yeah,
I need a name here.
Uh,
I'm looking up maple candies.
I mean, I know there's a couple of different kinds, but I don't know a brand name. And it's not one that you're gonna find like in the candy aisle. Like you're not it's the kind that you're gonna have to get at like the candy store, like the one in the mall, or like that place I went to out in Atlantic City that was just and I think I also went to one when I was in Arizona. I think it's called Sugar. Like it's just like all of the crazy high-end exotic candies and like cereal boxes full of gummy bears, gummy worms. But I went into them because I saw large amounts of pop vinyls that I hadn't seen other places. So, and once again, thank you, Justin, for that.
You're welcome.
But yeah, so I mean, that's the kind of place you'd have to go to find the one that I'm talking about.
I think they need to make like a chocolate maple donut ice cream
They probably have it. I'm not gonna lie.
or maple bacon ice cream.
Okay, I mean,
Okay.
I'm all
Yeah.
in.
yeah, I bet you Ben and Jerry's has it somewhere. I mean, they have. I never tried it. I always wanted to, and I don't know if I ever just never seen it. But when they did the Saturday Night Live flavors, the sweaty balls,
Yeah. What was that? What was that actual flavor consist
I don't remember. I just wanted to try it because of the skit. Like
Right.
I love that. I love that Saturday Night Live skit.
Jeremy, be careful what you're searching here.
I can't wait to get his sweaty balls in my mouth.
I forgot to put ice cream after.
Whoops.
And remember, it's sweaty, not sweaty.
Right. Sweaty.
Sweaty.
So
Interesting.
but I think that one got pulled because some parent groups who have nothing better to do than complain about Saturday Night Live based ice cream flavors.
Yeah, we had,
assholes.
I say we had one get pulled recently too for people complaining about it.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, what got pulled?
The Juneteenth ice cream.
Really? People complained about that?
Yep. We got special Pride ice cream and a Juneteenth one in. And that one got pulled because of people complaining about it.
I don't really want to get into it because that gets us down into a rabbit hole of politics that I don't want to go to, but I can't understand complaining about either of those, quite honestly.
I don't either.
Unless it was something like it's like they had some sort of like deeply offensive marketing campaign attached to it.
Right.
I don't know. Like the flavors, I don't remember what it was. It was like a red velvet cheesecake or something like that.
Okay.
Like the flavor sounds good, but we're gonna pull that with this Grey Poupon and salted pretzel. No, that one's fine. I'm more offended by that flavor.
Yeah,
I mean, unless
shit.
the Juneteenth ice cream also came with like a pro-slavery marketing campaign, I can't imagine like complaining about it. Like,
I don't know.
all right. Anyway,
yeah. Did you figure out your sweaty balls, Jeremy?
Oh yes. So Sweaty Balls ice cream was vanilla ice cream with a hint of rum and loaded with fudge covered rum and malt balls. Ooh,
That's
well,
good.
that actually
Yeah.
sounds pretty good.
that does sound good.
Oh,
Maybe someone's
I
got
would
some
say that
preserved on eBay.
I would say that the sweaty ball sketch is up there with like the cowbell sketch.
Hmm.
Like it's like got to be like top 10, top 20 SNL sketches of all time.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I would say that would send us down a rabbit hole, but I don't think any of the three of us have the patience or the wherewithal to start doing some sort of ranking on Saturday Night Live sketches. So
no.
let's
Some
not do
of
that.
us don't have time to get through the AGT episode.
Oh, jeez. It's so beautiful out, guys. I can't do it.
It's true. I went miniature golfing today.
I mean, yeah, I mean it's been pretty nice the last couple of days, but there was a couple of days last week and the week before where it was, I don't know, 100.
Well, let's see. What else do I have for you? Well, I was making some long episodes that involved videos, so that took some time too. Is that good enough? Does that work out for you?
Oh, no, I'm not saying
Is
you
that-
don't have. I'm saying that none of us have time to watch 47 seasons of Saturday Night Live, whatever they're up to nowadays.
and however many skits per
Right. I mean,
episode.
what is Saturday Night Live? An hour and a half?
An hour, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Well, I think it's an hour and a half because they also have like the 2 songs from the bands
Oh, yeah.
and then the monologues. And I don't know. I just feel like that would be an awful lot of work to try to figure out. So we'll just let whoever went ahead and ranked the all-time best sketches, and we'll just take their work and say, "Yep, they got it. They handled it."
They're on 47 seasons. And
Yeah.
each season's Jesus, around 20 episodes, give or take.
It's a lot of seasons.
Good grief.
And so if they still have the
think of that bracket.
that would be a multiple episode bracket just to get down to the finals.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do that. Don't worry. We will not be doing the Saturday Night Live bracket.
Not yet.
Maybe in year 10,
Yeah.
you know, or whenever people have actually started paying us to
Yeah,
do this
but
professionally.
I would say by year 10, that's a lot more episodes that are going to come up between now and then.
Yeah.
That
A
is
lot more
true.
episodes, a lot more skits.
Those
that
skits
is a lot
probably
more.
won't be good enough to make our list.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, there are going to be entire seasons that aren't even worth like rewatching. So,
Yeah.
you know. All right. Well, then let us move on from our ice cream and
Debacle.
flavored comments and talk about another favorite topic of ours,
Ooh.
the Oscars.
Oh.
Can we go back to the ice cream?
Yeah, let's go back to the ice cream.
So Samuel Jackson was recently doing an interview, and they were asking him if he was, offended or upset that he had never been either nominated or never won an Oscar, like an acting Oscar. I think they gave him an honorary one, but I'm going to go ahead and read you the exact quote. See, I was never going to let the Oscars be a measure of my success or failure. A yardstick of success is my happiness. Am I satisfied with what I'm doing? I'm not doing statue chasing movies. You know, if I do this movie, you'll win an Oscar. No, thanks. I'd rather be Nick Fury or having more fun being Mace Windu with a lightsaber in my hand.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good
So,
quote.
Yeah, I can't say I disagree with him. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
so it's nice to see, because you get some of these actors who get so wrapped up in their own bullshit that they feel like, they have to do these types of movies or they have to win an Oscar.
Yeah.
And Sam Jackson's like, you know what? You know how much money I have because I did Star Wars and Nick Fury and Jurassic Park and Deep Blue Sea and
Snakes on a plane.
yeah.
Don't
Like,
forget about that one.
I'm having fun being an actor. You guys are being miserable so that you can win a gold statue. Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah. And some of them are so far on that other side of the spectrum that like they feel that like MCU and those big popcorn movies are beneath them. It's like, glad I'm not you guys.
Yeah.
Samuel
So-
Jackson definitely has the right idea.
No, he's got his priorities straight.
Yeah.
Okay. There's not a lot of segues or natural moving from topic to topic for what I have here, so we're just gonna have to. Well, we did. Sam Jackson was in the first Jurassic Park movie. Have either of you gone and seen Jurassic World Dominion yet?
No.
No. Okay.
These are the best parts of this episode.
Yeah. It's a great show.
We know Rosie's a big fan of them.
It is really crazy that we call ourselves VCR. And like, really, do I watch any current stuff? I don't know.
So for the first time in how long now, I've actually gone and seen something current. I mean, granted, I also watched One Crazy Summer from 1986 multiple times this week to record another episode of 80s for the flashback later. But I did go see something current, and both of you are like, nah.
No, I didn't see the other two either.
I've at least seen those.
I will say that the Jurassic Park franchise has oddly mirrored itself. So like Jurassic Park was really good. Like, probably the best of all six. Jurassic Park Lost World is pure trash. It's garbage. Jurassic Park 3 is okay. Jurassic World, right up there with Jurassic Park. Like, it is really good. Jurassic World, whatever they called that second one, not very good. Just,
I know it's on the loose.
Like
Losers Revenge.
better than Jurassic Park 2, but not very good. Not near to the level that Jurassic World was.
Okay.
Jurassic World Dominion, the new one,
Mm-hmm.
is okay. Like, I mean, like I thought I wanted more they gave a lot of fan service. Now, see, this is where like I'm trying to think of the movie that we just that we talked about not too long ago where it was a lot of fan service. Okay, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Ghostbusters Afterlife had a lot of fan service in it and really like, but it was also entertaining and found a way to like push the franchise forward at the same time with like, honoring the original. Jurassic World Dominion, I feel like was trying to do what Ghostbusters Afterlife did, but didn't quite get there. Like it was a little bit too much like, remember that? Or look at that. We brought him back. We brought Jeff Goldblum back. We brought Sam Neill back. Ooh, look at that, the Barbasol can, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was enjoyable. I mean, it was well done. It just wasn't as good as I thought it could be.
No, that's disappointing.
None of you watched Ozark, right?
No.
On Netflix. Okay.
No.
Skipping that story then. Okay, Buzz Lightyear controversy.
Okay.
I didn't watch that either.
I haven't seen it yet either, but we can still talk. We can still talk about the controversy.
Did you watch the cartoon?
I saw a few episodes here or there.
Everyone talks about how no one remembers that. But I was like, a lot of people actually remember that cartoon.
I do think that Disney really did drop the ball in not putting Buzz Lightyear in the Star Command cartoon back on Disney Plus, like right before the new movie came out.
Yeah, like maybe a month or so before. They should have just.
Now, granted, all right. So the controversy isn't the what you would think we'd talk about with the obvious, like the reason that the movie is getting banned in certain Middle Eastern countries, or I think some theater in Kentucky said they were going to fast forward through a certain part of the movie.
What?
Jeremy's confused.
There is a lesbian kiss in the movie.
That's hot.
Who cares? Whatever. It is what
Infinity
it is.
and beyond.
That's not the controversy I want to talk about. Let's talk about all of the idiot fans who can't understand what's happening. So there are a lot of people when the movie first announced, they were really mad that Chris Evans was doing the voice of Buzz Lightyear over Tim Allen. Okay.
No, I heard. Keep going up. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
I heard this.
We just both freeze.
So, but a lot of people don't seem to remember or did not pay attention to them going, well, because they immediately were like, oh, it's because Tim Allen is a conservative and Disney's getting rid of him. They fired him. And I mean, Patricia Heaton said that they castrated the character.
Jesus.
And they, lots of people are like, we refuse to see this movie because, and it's like, okay, well, first off, let's pay attention to what this movie is. This is a movie about the man that inspired the toy.
Right.
Okay. So they're not the same character. Like the toy is a different character than the character in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to have the same voice. Somebody pointed out that also Patrick Warburton was the voice of Buzz Lightyear in the cartoon, because that also was a different version of Buzz Lightyear than the toy. Now, if they do Toy Story 5 and they don't hire Tim Allen to do Buzz Lightyear, okay, right, then we have a problem.
Then he's castrated.
Right. But this would be like, to give you a very real example, staying in the Toy Story franchise, Tom Hanks does not voice the toy that you can buy on the shelf of Woody. He doesn't. It's his brother. I think his brother's name is Chet. His brother, his brother can do a really good impression of him. He refused. And to not have to pay Tom Hanks money to get Tom Hanks to do the pull string voice on Woody, or to pay Tom Hanks money to get him to do the voice of the video game. They hired Tom Hanks' brother. Okay.
Okay.
Do you think that's a question he had with Tom before he accepted it? Hey, they want me to voice you. Do you have a problem with it?
I imagine it was more the other way around. Hey, you don't have a job. How about you can do my voice? Go here. You.
I've got other things to film. You go do this.
I'm gonna go make Oscar-winning movies. You go do a voice. Go do my voice for the video game.
I'm gonna go hang out on a beach with a volleyball.
This should be enough of a payment for you to get through the year.
Yeah.
Whatever they pay you for this kid's toy.
It's your turn to buy the Christmas presents.
You, I don't want you living in my guest house. So go voice me in the next Pixar game. No, so but nobody complains about that, you know.
Right.
So it's to me like it's just another example of people just either not bothering to pay attention, or you know they want to be angry about something.
Yeah.
So they don't read the whole story. Like there's so many things to legitimately be angry about.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Like let's find those. Not like Chris Evans is not Tim Allen. Yeah. Well, that Buzz Lightyear is not the same Buzz Lightyear. Like it.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people bitching about this in a few of the comment sections when I scroll through Facebook, like in various news sites like IGN or whatever. And it's just like someone will reply that response of like, well, there was the cartoon that wasn't him. And then also he's fucking filming the thing for Disney Plus. So it's not like Disney just dropped him.
Well, yeah, and that was the other thing. Like, you know, like they just released like some photos of him in the new suit for the Disney Plus Santa Claus show.
Yeah.
So like
it's clearly so stupid.
So clearly Disney's not like we've canceled Tim Allen. Like no.
Yeah. And then like when people reply that stuff though, like it's not like anyone comes back and they're like, oh, I've learned. It's always just like they just ignore it. Just like fucking they just want to be mad, like you said, I think. I don't know.
Well, do you ever play on Cracked?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it used to be a much more fun website. It used to be more entertaining. It's just getting to be bad like everything else. But they had one where they're like 19 or 20 movies that are known for the wrong thing, or like, you know, and you're like, oh, Psycho, like he never did this, or this movie never did that. Okay. And then the number one was Jason never once used a chainsaw. When has Jason ever been associated with a chainsaw? Like they're like no one.
It feels like Jason never used a machete.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I think when I think of Jason. Machete.
They're like most people associate Jason with a chainsaw. No, they don't. Nobody does. How is this the number one move? Like the number one crazy factor? The number one, you know, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. So now I have to question the rest of this list because.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird one. I never would have. Yeah.
I've never thought Jason and chainsaw ever.
No.
Right. Anyway. Okay. Then we also have. Oh, this one. This one's for Justin.
Me.
So the Golden State Warriors just won the NBA championship.
That's what I've heard.
What is it? They're like fourth in 8. They're fourth in 8 years, or fourth in 6 years, or something like that.
Yeah, I think 8 years. That sounds about right.
Did you hear what happened during one of the early games? It's a very interesting little story. So apparently there is a guy where does Golden State plays in San Francisco?
Yeah, right out in that area.
Right.
I don't know the exact area. I know it used to be like in the Silicon Valley area.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure where they built a new one.
Right. It's somewhere in the San Francisco Bay Area. Like,
yes.
I think they used to be in Oakland, then they moved to San Francisco. Now they're down at like San Jose or I don't know. Anyway, but there's a guy who looks an awful lot like Klay Thompson.
Mhm.
He wears the Klay Thompson stuff to the games, and like he's kind of like famous for being a guy who looks like Klay Thompson.
Yeah, the Klay Thompson lookalike.
I guess during one of the, I want to say, I don't know if it was the Western Conference Finals or the finals, managed to get
the
on court.
Finals.
Okay, managed to get on the court and do the shoot around for about 10 minutes before anybody noticed it wasn't actually Klay Thompson.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He has now received a lifetime ban
Oh,
Yeah, from wherever it was.
from whatever arena that was, arena, stadium, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, to walk past multiple security guards.
I don't blame the Klay Thompson lookalike for this. I don't believe he should have gotten a lifetime ban for it. I think he should have been given a lifetime season ticket for it. However, I do believe that every security guard who just let the guy walk by
yeah.
maybe should get some talking to.
Right.
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 Maybe not even be a security guard anymore. I don't know how close to Klay Thompson this guy actually looks like. I know it's pretty close, but like at some point, like, don't you have to realize, like,
I don't want to be mean, but he kind of looks like a fat Klay Thompson.
okay, but there's enough difference that like
You can tell the difference.
you can okay. So
Yeah.
it's you should know, like, hey, that's not Klay Thompson.
And if I remember right, it was at the Oracle Arena, which is where Golden State plays. So these people see Klay Thompson 41 times a year, the security guards.
Well, a minimum of 41 times. That doesn't include
Not-
preseason
Yeah.
and obviously if they're in the finals for the fourth time, there's a whole nother 20-something games a year for 4 times.
Yeah,
and,
even during practices and stuff, they would.
and hasn't Klay Thompson been there for all 4 titles? Isn't him and
Steph.
Steph the only 2?
And I think Draymond as well.
Okay. But Klay Thompson he's 32. How long has he been playing in?
He's just a young pup.
He's been playing in the NBA since 2011, and he has only ever played for the Golden State Warriors.
Yes.
So that's 11 years, four titles, 5 All-Star games. So, yeah, you would think the security guards should know who he is.
You would hope so. I mean, I've been at the same place now for 16 years and they still get my name wrong. So there's that.
Aw. Just give it one more year, buddy. I'm sure they'll figure it out.
They'll learn it then.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has played 647 career games and 145 postseason games.
647 and 145.
So about 800 games. And you got to figure probably about 400 of those have been at the Oracle or whatever they used to call it.
It's still the Oracle.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what whatever year. I mean, I think it changed names or they moved from
Yeah,
one place to
they built that new one.
but yeah, that is
That is inexcusable on securities. Yeah.
I mean, because it's not like like I remember a couple years ago when Jeremy Lin, I don't remember who he was playing for. The team was visiting here in Milwaukee.
It's either the Lakers or the Knicks, I think, at the time.
And the Milwaukee security guard was like, you're not a player. You can't come in here. And he had to like get somebody to come like verify that he was.
Yeah.
But like he wasn't wearing any of his gear, like he didn't have his badge or whatever. And it's like, well, first off, it's Jeremy Lin. Maybe you should know who he looks like if you're a security guard. But secondly, like it's not like you played for the Bucks, so it's somewhat understandable. A little bit more there, but still,
that's I don't know how they don't recognize that.
yeah.
So he got banned from life for life.
I don't know. I would imagine that if you, I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing he's probably not making enough money off of that he has a whole career based on just impersonating Klay Thompson. But like that's probably a relatively lucrative side gig that like
He
what do you?
does.
I mean, I'm guessing he does personal appearances.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I was gonna say he does seem to be striking while the iron's hot too. His Twitter links to a product page with shirts that say "free fake clay." So,
well, I mean, you make money while you can make money. So,
yeah, yeah.
all right. Did any of you watch The Boys yet?
No.
No.
Okay.
I've not watched any of those ever.
All right. How about Obi-Wan? Are we caught up on Obi-Wan?
Justin, are you?
No.
I'm not either.
Oh, this is going swimmingly.
Um,
I guess
how about
the only thing
how
I've
about
been
that-
watching is
how about
HGTV.
that Adam? How about that Adam Sandler basketball movie we talked about a couple weeks ago?
No.
No. I watched the new Beavis and Butthead movie though. That was funny.
Okay. All right. Is it worth it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Like I was dying actually. Like it was really funny. It's geniusly stupid. I'll
Well,
say that.
I mean, that you could make that argument about every Mike Judge movie.
You could. Yeah. Yeah.
I was rewatching Idiocracy recently, and
It's a great one. Yeah.
that movie did not get the credit it deserved, or really the press it deserved when it came out. Kind of like Office Space. Like neither of those movies, I feel like. I mean, Office Space now is kind of become a huge cult favorite that people talk about, but I think even now Idiocracy doesn't get the love that it deserves.
Yeah.
All right, so
And-
I'll watch
and
that Beavis and Butthead.
Anything else you want us to tell you no to?
No, I can't really think of anything else. I mean, I think it's kind of funny that the roles have reversed this week. That normally I'm the one who's like, "Yep, I watched 17 episodes of Quantum Leap," and you guys are like,
Oh, and to top it off, I watched something from the 80s too this
"Oh,
weekend.
what did you watch?"
I watched Fast Times at Ridgemount High.
Oh, have you ever seen that one before?
I saw it a long time ago, so this is sort of like a new viewing for me. It was
Okay.
yeah.
We'll skip the most obvious scene.
Yeah, okay.
What did you think of that movie?
I liked it a lot. I really
Okay.
liked it. I was surprised at how little like plot really there was.
No, yeah, it is a
Yeah.
lot of like vignettes, basically.
Yeah, yeah. But that was cool. I mean, I still enjoyed it. Didn't take anything away. I was just kind of like I remember it more like having a solid straight path, but it doesn't really. It's just kind of all over the place. So
Yeah, for a movie that is held in the esteem that it's held in, there's some really like heavy subject matter in that movie
yeah.
that is kind of surprising, given the time in which that movie came out.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's a reason why it's a classic. It's not necessarily a movie that I've rewatched a bunch. I mean, I've seen it a couple times, but like it's not one that I actively seek out. Like it's not like a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch that again.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever watched that one, Justin?
A long time ago. I don't really remember too much of it.
No. I mean, obviously, there's one scene that everybody remembers, but
I might have to go back and have a rewatch of that one.
all right. Well,
Trying to think what else happened. No, I don't think there's any movies I've watched recently or shows.
What else did I? I'm sure there must have been something else I watched.
Oh, I was watching the new season of what is it? UFO Witness on Paramount or Discovery Plus.
Okay.
That's what I was watching about UFOs.
What do they have to say about UFOs in that one?
Oh, they're real, obviously.
Sure.
And they talk about the different types of crafts, and the different species of aliens.
You're gonna get Nicholas going. I've seen a couple different crafts in my life.
Most of those were craft beers.
Well, yeah, that's true. I've seen some crafts while drinking some crafts.
Yeah.
I'd be up on the berm there and just looking out into the night sky. I don't know. I think there's got to be something going on up there.
Yeah, there's no way we're alone. Nicholas,
come on, say something.
He's holding back.
Tell us how stupid we are. All right. Well, anyways.
I mean, I enjoy a good alien movie, a good UFO movie. The X-Files is one of my all-time favorite shows. But it's all fantasy. It's all fiction. It's that. Did you guys see that trailer for the new Predator movie that's coming out soon?
Yes.
You have.
Oh, I did put it on our Facebook page.
Fuck.
Now, granted, I did not send it to you directly, but I did put it on our Facebook page.
Okay.
And our Facebook Instagram page, not our Facebook, and on our PCR Instagram page.
I think I did see something about that.
I don't use Instagram for anything.
Well, that's fine. I only use it I should probably cancel my main account and just use the PCR account. It looks good. When I first heard about when they first announced that they were doing Predator, but back in the Wild West, the 1800s, setting it against the Predator versus some Native American tribes, I was like,
skeptical.
That's what
Skeptical.
it's gonna be.
Yeah, but I saw the trailer and I'm like, that looks badass.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna watch it right now on silent and
Okay.
put it side by side with you guys.
The first time I heard about it too, I had the same thing. I was like, this doesn't sound like it's going to be good, but I'd still see it.
It makes me want to rewatch Predator 2, because I know there's that scene towards the end when Danny Glover is on the Predator ship.
Yeah.
And he's seeing all of the trophies. And I'm wondering if that's where they got this idea from. Like they had some sort of, because didn't they have like some Viking stuff on there?
They did. I was trying to remember if they had like a headdress or headpiece on there.
Right. So
it's been a long time since I've seen that one.
It has been an awful long time since I've watched Predator 2, just because it's not near as good as Predator 1. Predator 2, it's on Hulu, so I could rewatch it. All right.
What did you think of the other ones? AVP, AVPR, the Predator when they're on that different planet, and then the newest one. If you've seen that one.
I haven't watched the newest one yet. I have watched the rest of them. I mean, obviously, the best one is the Arnold one.
Yeah, the original, for sure.
The original one. I mean, hands down, like it doesn't get any better than that. I still think it's a tough sell for me that you go from Arnold to Danny Glover.
Yeah.
And then and you immediately kind of jump the shark with Predator and go right from Predator hunting the military to Predator like Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, they didn't have to go that quickly to that.
AVP could have been better, should have been better. Requiem, I know I saw it. I really just don't remember it very well.
AVP's, I think the first AVP is definitely better than Requiem.
I agree with that.
They tried to, I think they made it like PG-13 or something.
I know that's what they did with the first AVP, and that was part of the problem. And I know this was an argument that we just had on one of our last episodes in my interview with Tim, that like a smarter writer can do Deadpool PG-13. I don't know if a smarter writer, and I don't know if like you don't need to PG-13 the Predator. That's not. I mean, Predator is literally about an alien ripping spines off people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All you have to do with Deadpool is be a smarter writer, and instead of writing a joke with a punchline is "fuck you," be something smarter. Like
Mhm.
you can still be witty and edgy and still be PG-13. Um,
Mhm. Look at the Thor movie
right.
that just came out recently.
I think it's next week.
Well, the one before that, too.
Ragnarok.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a good example.
Um, so trying to make and that was also the weird part. You're taking the Alien franchise, which had four movies at that point, and two Predator movies at that point, and jam them both together, and then somehow make the six movies into a PG-13 franchise. Right? Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What in this source material makes you go, all right, we can do it this way?
Right. Hey, all the stuff that people love about Predator and Alien, like people being eviscerated in fun and interesting ways. Yeah, let's not do that.
Good sales plan. Yeah.
But I would recommend watching the last one. It's really good.
I have wanted to see it. Let me see. Is it that one? What is it called? Is it just called Predator?
Yeah, or the Predator.
Okay,
I
well,
think.
let's look at the list here. Predators. That's the one with Adrian Brody on the planet. I
That one.
I enjoyed that one. It could have been better, but it could have been way
better.
worse.
Yeah.
It could have been way worse. Okay, the new Predator one is just called Prey.
That's the newest one.
Yeah, the newest
one. The one that's not out yet.
Okay, so the Predator, the one that came out in 2018.
Yes, 4 years ago already.
Jeez.
Holy crap.
Okay, I can watch it on FX now, so I can watch that one too.
That I believe. Well, I think that was really good, but Keegan Michael Key and Thomas Jane are in it as well.
Okay.
Probably two of the best characters in that movie. Are those two?
Right on.
So, all right. Well, pop culture roulette stamp of looking forward to Prey.
Yeah. I finished the trailer. It looks good.
It.
Yeah. And I like that they they didn't keep the super powered Predator like with all of the fun. He still obviously has better weapons, but it looks like they kind of depowered his weapons a little bit because otherwise,
it's the past. He hasn't
Right.
had those technological advances for a space traveling species.
Right. But I mean, at the same time, you're like, because that was the part where I was gonna have the hardest time living with seeing a movie where you have a bunch of people who have only progressed to bows and arrows, maybe flintlock muskets, and taking on the Predator who has he had infrared in the trailer, but level of technology that would clearly just show up and wipe the planet clean.
Right.
I mean, Kang and Kodos failed to wipe the planet clean, and they can still get here.
Well, I mean, they also had to deal with 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who love pizza.
No, Kang and Kodos from The Simpsons.
Wrong Kang. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Kang and Kodos are idiots.
They got defeated by a board with a nail in it.
They did. They I don't know how they got to planet Earth and didn't win. Although I didn't even know how they got to planet Earth because they're so dumb.
It's true.
All right. Well then, anything we got other than Prey coming out soon? I mean, I know Thor: Love and Thunder's coming out. Obviously, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
That'll
be good.
The black phone is the only other one that I have an interest in seeing that one when it comes out too.
That actually interests me. Like I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, this looks interesting.
Jeremy looks lost.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
I seen a trailer for that the first time a couple months ago. So I don't know what the big delay was on it coming out, but yeah, it looks good.
Creepy looking mask, that's for sure. Right? That's the one with the creepy mask.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that Ethan Hawke?
Ethan Hawke.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Ethan Hawke does it looking pretty weird, creepy in that movie too. So that one intrigues me. That one I'm interested. I wouldn't mind going to see that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Another stamp of
looking forward to.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do a pop culture roulette field trip.
We have so many stamps.
We do.
We actually need to get some real stamps made, and I don't know like how to hand them out.
They could be stamp stickers.
Okay.
A sticker that looks like it was a stamp.
There you go.
All right. We just
contact marketing.
Justin and I were talking about it. I think on the group chat, Jeremy. I don't believe you ever joined in. I did see some stuff on Etsy that we could just get like 3 shirts made.
Okay.
If we wanted to use the logo that we already have, I don't know if we need a better version or a cleaner file than what we have, or
I don't know. Did it say on there what resolution they needed?
No, I didn't get too far into it. I just saw that there were a bunch of places on Etsy that are more than willing to make like 3 shirts, for a reasonable price.
Maybe a couple hats.
Yeah, because there is that Comic-Con at the Brookfield Square Mall in October.
Right.
That that if we have time, we should go to.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be down for that. Yeah,
me too. Because I think it's on a Saturday and a Sunday.
I believe so. Yeah.
So,
because I believe I sent the thing, and then Justin immediately was like, "We need our shirts," and I was like, "On."
Yeah, we need merch or advertising.
Yeah.
We should find a place that makes hats in this style, and I would wear it all the time if it said PCR.
Like a trucker hat.
Trucker hat.
And then I was thinking like a beanie.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Nicholas and his son hat.
All right. Hell yeah, I would do it. I mean, because I mean, Etsy. I mean, to get just way off topic from what we normally talk about. So for her birthday, I bought my wife a blanket that I had somebody on Etsy make. It's a queen size blanket, and it's a picture of Jovi and Quinn. It looks like they took the picture and they turned it into a painting. So it's got both of them on the blanket and their names on it, and it's a really cool blanket. It cost me a little more than I would have liked to have spent, but I mean it was very well received. So absolutely worth the money I spent on it. And it's a nice quality too. Like it's not chintzy by any stretch of the imagination. So it's just a matter of finding the right person on Etsy to make us a couple shirts and hats and I guess whatever we're willing to spend money on.
Yeah.
I mean, because I was looking into like t-shirts.com or customprintinginc.com, and they're like, you got to do a run of like 50 or 100. Yeah. And they're like, and it's like $25 a piece. And it's like, okay, well, that's not going to happen. I mean, $100 for, a roll of like 150, 200 stickers. Sure. That I'll do. But, I'm not dropping a couple thousand on shirts for that really only 3 of us are going to be wearing at first. Eventually we'll have our PCR army, but
yeah.
we need to come up with, I want to name before they come up with names for themselves.
PCR army.
We'll come up with that off air.
Yeah. This is something we'll have to discuss at like a power lunch.
Okay. But we do need to we do need to get together and have a power lunch one of these days.
Yes, we do. We definitely
All right.
do.
Okay, well then, I don't know how long we've actually been recording because we talked for a while. So you have some fun editing.
I've
All
got
right,
an
so-
hour and 23 minutes on my timer.
Yeah,
Okay.
but how we just randomly jibber jabber?
So
We-
like I'd say
well-
yeah.
But that's what we do all the time anyway. So if you're a celebrity imposter and you've managed to make it onto the court, field, the movie, or somewhere where you shouldn't have been, or you've decided to be mad about the casting of a movie or a TV show based on the fact that you refuse to do research, just remember, stupid never walks alone.
Do you love movies of a certain age? Do you miss the days of VHS tapes and VCRs and video rental stores? Is the thought of another 80s movie being remade seem inconceivable? If you want to go back to school, back to the future, or even back to the beach, then the 80s Flick Flashback Podcast is for you. I'm Tim Williams, the creator and host, and on each episode, I'm joined by a guest co-host as we revisit a different 80s flick to discuss our first-time watch memories, iconic scenes, and even learn some behind-the-scenes stories along the way. New episodes drop every other Friday on your favorite podcasting platform. So make like a tree, get out of here, and go listen to an episode of the 80s Flick Flashback Podcast.